going for $645, an 1,800% markup. Store owners sat on their heels as fashion influencers emptied their wallets.
I would pay 400, 500. Yeah, people are gonna be like, where'd you get those? Those are amazing.
Then they're let in on the prank.
These are actually from Payless.
You've got to be kidding me.
Shut up. Are you serious?
But those shoppers were refunded their money and they got to keep the shoes.
David, Payless calling it a provocative social.
You know they threw them away. Why? Because it's not name brand. Because clearly
they
was
wanted
paying
name
for
brand.
the location and the name brand. That's what they was paying for.
But it wasn't even a name brand. They made it up. Pelosi.
Right. Pelosi.
You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I said I love the experiment is because it goes to show you that people believe, truly believe, just because it's priced more, that it's worth more. Like, you know, that it's a better value, that it's better quality. And that is not the case. It's not the case at all. And the woman that was just in awe, you could tell that it's made from quality material.
Yeah, quality material.
Child. Honey.
But again, I think it's location too. Because that wouldn't have worked in certain. I think Beverly Hills, you see it on Beverly Hills, it must be expensive. It must be worth some money. Let me go in here and see what I could buy.
Exactly. And that's why I love the experiment, because it's the truth. Like, there's certain designers, like high priced designers, where it's like, how, honey, how did you get here?
Like Balenciaga.
Why are you
some of the stuff that they put out?
Some of the
Kanye stuff.
Girl.
I went to purchase YSL, and the salesperson, super cool young dude, was like, yo, their quality is shit.
What's YSL?
Yvonne Saint Laurent, something like that.
Yves Saint Laurent.
If I can't say it, I don't buy it.
No, YSL.
I can't say it.
Right.
YSL.
I mean, I
Free
didn't even
slime.
know what it was. So
Yeah,
that's above my pay grade.
And
Clearly.
And he legit told you don't waste your money.
He was like, yo, don't. He was like, if it's between this and that, I was looking at something else. He was like, get that. He's like, it's a way better quality brand. But just because.
What was the that?
Gucci.
I needed to ask because it's Nedra.
Y'all hear this?
No, listen, for my birthday, I treat myself.
That's right.
For my birthday,
You don't even have to give me an explanation as to why you bought it. I don't care. It's not my money. I can't buy no damn Gucci. I can't even get the E and the Gucci. The Gucci. You see the like, girl.
So you guys remember Melissa shoes?
Who?
Melissa shoes, the little plastic shoes they used to sell in rainbows. Y'all don't remember Melissa? They're called Melissa. They're little rubber shoes. They used to sell them in rainbows.
The slides?
When we wasn't
the Chinese shoes?
I was in middle
Jellies?
school. Yes.
Oh, jellies.
Jelly. Yeah, but the brand Melissa.
Nah, I don't know Melissa.
They had the brand Melissa.
I went to Payless. They only didn't have Melissa in Payless.
Oh, those.
Melissa, and they had them in Hip Zeppy. Do you guys know they are in Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack for over $100?
That's like the Reebok Classics.
What's
the ones we used to spend
name
$40
on the
on.
label?
Melissa. That's
It's
how
the
I know it's the same.
ones?
Yes. The same logo and everything. The little
And they
M
done
with the
marked it
circle.
up to that much?
Girl. And then, so this is when I used to, club every weekend. I used to go buy all the different color. You remember different color pointed toe pumps? Yeah, white, yellow, green, all the colors.
Yep.
Antonio, the brand was Antonio something. But I know it if I seen it. I know the first name was Antonio. Again, seen the same designer inside of Nordstrom Rack for $300. Ooh. These used to be in rainbows for $27. I know because I had all the colors.
Girl.
So they just get a contract with Nordstrom and know that people will pay it. And so they mark it up. Again, it's kind of like the Beverly Hills. Yes, Nordstrom is the Beverly Hills.
I appreciated the experiment because I witnessed that same thing with my own eyes. I was smart enough not to buy it.
But Jesus Christmas.
I'm like, I know you lying.
Pretty sure you can find cheaper.
What you about to say over there, Javi?
I don't know. I feel like
that's why I don't go.
You pay for the experience. Like sometimes, I don't know. Like I feel like there is a difference in quality when you go to certain stores versus other ones. Like
I got quality of the same product or the quality of your experience?
I don't know about women's clothes. I think men's clothes might be a little different because there's definitely a difference in quality if you buy something at like Nordstrom's versus like, I don't know, Walmart. Like But I think women's clothes, I think y'all get screwed on that price wise and all that because it's a lot less fabric for some of the stuff, right? I saw a pair of jeans that was like torn up. Like if I'm spending like $150 on a pair of jeans, that joint's gonna be thick. Like so, yeah, I could go put a roof up in them joints. You know what I'm saying? Like
He said thick.
seriously,
I agree. I've been looking
saying?
at some things and I'm like, there's not enough material on this for this much money. Why does it cost so much? It doesn't even have that much cotton.
That's a
You need
hustle,
to spend $50 for a G-string. Yes.
Well,
It
That's
depends.
another
So
topic
for
for
me,
another day.
it's a lot about like the fit and how the clothes fit on me.
That's another thing too.
I will shop anywhere. Trust me. I will shop anywhere. I will shop at Payless. I will shop at Walmart. I will shop at Neiman Marcus. I will shop anywhere as long as what I'm looking for, what I'm buying, is worth what I'm paying.
Yeah,
You feel what I'm saying?
But you kind of see, and I think that's a good point because I see a lot of times like women, and I say because I see this happen to women more than men just because I don't know. You'd find like a dress on Amazon, right, versus a dress in like a department store, or like a boutique store, and that dress is gonna look a lot different. Right, it doesn't look like anything like the model, right? But if you go to the store, you can go into the dressing room. You can make sure that fits your body. It's sitting right, everything's flowing right, and it just looks better. Like for me, I can tell the difference.
I don't mean to laugh, but this reminds me of the episode with Theo on the Cosby Show with that shirt.
Oh, what?
That's all I can think of. That's all I can think of right now.
Make sure you
Theo with
insert
the
that.
shirt, and he's just like, this shit's lopsided. He's like, this ain't magic. Like, that's all I can think of.
I agree with you, Harvey, but to counter that, so I've had a lot of success on Amazon. A lot of success on
And
Amazon.
Shein.
And Shein. And then when I go in stores, I don't get that same thing. So, initially,
it's the opposite.
I'll run through the mall. You know what I'm saying? Run through the mall, go to the stores, even try the little side boutiques, try to support or whatever. But I don't get those same things that I get when I get it on Amazon or wherever. Like these little tank tops I have on, my favorite one comes from Walmart. No Boundaries at Walmart.
I love Walmart.
And it's probably like $1.99.
Yo,
Walmart
and after you wash it, it feels the same. Like it hugs you the right way.
Get flannel from
Well, you
Walmart.
kind of like an artist with clothes. Like you could give an artist like I don't know some mud, and they'll make whatever look like beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like
She does have an eye.
You like again. I don't think
dress.
I don't think this advice will work for everybody. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yes, it could, depending on what you're getting from Walmart. Yeah.
No, yeah. If you know what you're looking for, but sometimes
flannel always works from Walmart. It's always thick. It always looks good.
I think it's knowing what looks good on your body.
Yeah.
That's
and
the
then
key.
knowing where to find it. Because I don't know that flannel from Walmart would look good on me. I'm going to give it a try, but I don't know if it would
You
look
sure?
good on me.
Because I've
know.
gotten it
I'll
from
try.
both sections. I've gotten it from the men and the women's.
I don't know that flannel looks good on me.
Okay.
Flannel
Well, let's
something
start
that I
there.
just-
And then
just
plaid. What about plaid?
What looks good on you?
All
Plaid.
those different, like their basics really work for me and they're super cheap. It's just, you got to get in there quick. Like their sweatpants are amazing, but they're always gone. You can get a sweat top, but the bottoms be gone like that.
Are you
like
getting it from the men's
workout
section or the women?
women. So maybe I need to go
Go
over
to
to the
the
men's
men.
section and get
I
the
always get men's
bottoms
sweatpants.
from there because and they're always thicker. too.
Yeah, that's what
I like that callback.
Warmer.
That's what Hobby said. And they're cheaper.
What happened?
Yo, I'm telling you,
Yes, if you
men's
go to the men's
clothes,
section, that's what Javi was just saying. We're getting stiffed on our clothing
Yeah, the
because
quality.
it costs more and it's less quality.
Yeah, my
we go to the
favorite
men's
pair
section, their
are
sweatpants
men's.
are thicker, they're less expensive, and they fit right. Well, depending on how you want them to fit.
Depending
I
on
want
how
it
you want them
nice
to
and
fit.
loose and
Yeah.
because I want to be
That's a good
comfortable.
point because now the look is that tight fitted to
The jegging.
your made body. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want that in a sweatpants.
I don't want that. In my sweatpants, I want to be comfortable.
But
I want to lay
that's a
around.
look for
Yep.
some people, for the newer generation coming up. It's like
Right.
The tight up sweatpants.
mid-drips. Yeah.
Yeah, like a legging, but it's sweatpants.
But it's a sweatpants. So
Yeah.
it's a legging with a bulky waistline and
Yes.
a drawstring.
Yes. And just a little fluff underneath.
Yeah.
Pandagasm fashion advice.
So here's my thing though. I like when a woman has on the manly sweatpants and like her butt is doing that thing. So I don't like it in these new sweatpants.
You like when the girl's butt does anything.
No, it looks different in certain things. I am a butt inspector. I like looking at butts.
I cannot
Sorry.
lie.
Yeah. So
I mean, she does too because she grabs them man butts.
man butts, but I like
She like all butts.
I like
man
all
You like
butts and I
man
cannot.
butts?
Yeah, I do like man butts.
Yo, so I learned very recently that I am strictly upper body. I really don't pay what I like
I
about lower
always
body
love
is
lower
a
body.
good pair of fitting jeans.
I love lower
Other than
body.
that,
I love lower body.
As long as the jeans look
like
good and your upper body
calves.
looks good.
I've always been
For
into
women?
your calves.
for women, right here. Like right here.
What is that? The pelvis,
Like yeah.
crotch, groin.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm done.
You be looking at fat cats.
She be trying to see the print. Lord
like
have
it.
mercy
Yo, yeah,
between the
yeah.
both of y'all. I'm gonna need bail money.
What does it look like?
At least we're just
Side?
looking. You touch it.
Hey, don't come at me. I haven't done it in years.
And I be controlling myself. I be like,
Right, see?
Wow,
See?
that dirty look. So if they look over, they gonna catch that eye?
But then
No,
she'll
look
have-
normally. That's a lot
Listen.
less scary. Oh my God, y'all.
But I know what that
It'll
look
be
meant.
weird. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like
Just look normally.
I know what that look meant.
Jesus.
I know what that look meant.
Oh my God.
But
It's
yeah,
understandable
enough
looking at
about,
your pelvis.
what was it, Pelosi?
yeah.
Pelosi.
Is that how we got there?
That was...
You went all over the place
I
with
know,
Pelosi.
we did. We took that all the way left. But I mean, this is the Pandagasm show, so what more do you really expect? What do you expect? Exactly. Just keep up.
You
Keep
know
it
what I'm
up.
saying?
So now we're going to move on, and we are going to talk about one of the topics about being mature and apologizing for things, because one of the topics I posted today, again, scrolling through the medias, was that people that don't like confrontation have a tendency of ghosting people when they don't want to have those types of conversations. Mr. Javi, do you want to cue the audio?
There are some friendships and there are some relationships that I've learned really do deserve a conversation before separation, before going ghost. And what I've learned is a lot of people have a difficult time handling conflict, or with that desire to not want to engage in any type of conflict or confrontation. I'm gonna go ahead and make decisions without communicating. And I've learned that there are people that have been proven, that have qualified themselves for access to us. And what ends up happening is because we're so emotional, we make a decision from that emotional place and do damage to a relationship that really deserved the conversation. And the beautiful part about it is, by the time the conversation is over, there may not be a need for separation. There is just a need for clarity. And when clarity came, understanding and solutions were provided. And I've learned that there are a lot of things that by the time we're done communicating, go, oh wow, if I only knew that's how you felt. If you had not just let that thing sit and you just had talked to me, we could have really avoided a lot of unnecessary time and potential trauma. So it's very vital. I'm not talking about strangers. I'm talking about people that really put their hours in, who have sacrificed, who we know are meaningful to us. Let's go and have a conversation before I make any emotional decisions. There are some...
Wow, that was a mouthful.
You about to cry?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you want me to, I can.
No.
I could cry on
Oh God, Jesus.
instant. Like, no. but
So I agree with everything he said in regards to people in your inner circle. People that don't matter, it's fine to just not even have a conversation because they're not there with you yet. But people that are in your circle that you tend to talk to every day and things of that nature, and you would call if you needed them or they would call you, you know, the circle people. Yes, I agree. You have the conversation. But some people don't know how to have that conversation. And I don't want to say that they're pussies, but they don't know how to deal with conflict. And it's like, but that is a part of life, right? And that is a part of being an adult. And that is a part of advancing your own life. Because if you continue to run away from something because you don't know how to express certain things that you rather not happen, but you still, you know, want that person in your life. If you can't just say that and say, yo, I think you're dope, but I hate that you talk about this so much or you talk about that so much. It kind of bothers me. Let's not. Easy peasy. People get that and be like, oh, so those are triggers for you. Got it. It is what it is. I don't even have to know why. Okay, that'll be one less topic that I talk about. Some people don't know how to do that. Some people would rather just say, well, let me disappear and dwindle away instead of having the conversation. And then they'll do this whole, you know, victim. The victim. They'll jump into the victim of, I had to step away because of this. And, and it's like, but did you talk? Did you open your mouth scary? Or did you just sit there and let it happen to you and never express to this person who you once claimed you loved? Because we're talking about inner circle. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden, that's how I feel about that topic. Some people are just pussies.
I agree.
And I just feel like you need to not man up and not woman up. You just need to adult up. Grow up. Conversations are hard. All conversations. I feel like 50% of conversations that you have are not easy. Because you never know how someone's going to...
You've never avoided something difficult?
Absolutely.
I have, obviously, in life.
Yes.
So everybody has been a pussy at some point and just said, fuck it, I'm not dealing with it. But when it comes to the people that I love, who I want in my life, I'm having those conversations.
No.
But you already admitted. So you admitted to something. There's something. Some things in your life.
In the past.
Yeah, but you still have a long life to live, right? So I'm assuming, I hope you have a difficulty-free life, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But I'm assuming that at some point you're gonna find new things that you're gonna want to avoid. I think some people, right? I wouldn't call them necessarily pussies. I would think that certain types of conflict based on things that they've probably gone through in their life. Mm-hmm. A woman that's come from a relationship where she was being battered. Mm-hmm. A man that comes from a situation where he's being gaslit, right? Mm-hmm. Those types of things create traumas that can cause people to want to avoid certain difficult conversations with people. Not necessarily because they're pussy. Yeah, you heal.
Work on yourself and you heal. So, and if you still love that person and want them in your life, you have to have that conversation. Running doesn't help anything. You'll never have solid people in your life if you continue to run.
That is true. But what is the point of relationships and friendships and loving someone if you can't give them the grace, right? If you know this person, right? Truly, Panda said this last week, like you want somebody to come full knowing who you are, right? Yep. If you know this person, I would assume that you would know their past and know things that they've dealt with, right?
Not necessarily. People change.
I'm assuming.
Or take things to
people
the grave.
change in society. Certain things in society have you take different stances and different views on things. So, someone that you've known for 6 years, you may think that you know what their triggers are, but it could have been something very recent.
So even something proof. You might not know everything they're going through. Yeah. So what's wrong with giving them a little grace, right?
We're talking about them ghosting. So if they ghost, how can I give you grace?
No, but okay.
How
so
if I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, but what if they call you?
We're not saying that. We're saying ghosting.
But what if they? So
you call me in a year? That's supposed to be my friend?
That's what I'm saying. You was my inner circle.
I get that. I get what I'm saying.
Absolutely
but that's just an example. And that's your limit. But I'm saying there are people, right?
You just don't like that I said pussy. And I agree. That's not a good term for it. But I feel like for a lot of people, it's not that big. They can have these conversations.
I think that's a big assumption, but that's
okay. So maybe it's just me. Maybe because I'm just bold and loud and just extra.
Learned, I would say recently, like within the last 5 to 6 years, how important it is to communicate in all relationships, not just romantic, but in your friendships as well. Mm-hmm. I learned that, and I learned that in a difficult way. And I learned about compromise. I learned about understanding. And these are things that are difficult. And communication is extremely important. But Harvey, I hear you, right? If something is happening that's constantly triggering you and you're not ready to have that conversation, step away from it. Your friend is going to reach out to you. Mm-hmm. You have the opportunity to say, hey, I'm going through something. I'm going to get with you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you sit back, you think about that, and understand that you're going to have to address that with your friend that needs that communication. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You still have to address it.
Again, this is something that I had to learn. Mm-hmm. I had to learn. So I absolutely understand, being scared of communicating or being scared to address things, or, it being easier to, just step away. Like, I don't like this, just step away. He specifically said certain relationships, right? So we're talking about a specific type of relationship. I agree that everything needs to be addressed, but I don't think right now is the answer. You know what
That
I'm saying?
part.
Take the time, because you also don't want to have a conversation while your emotions are going,
That
right?
part.
Yeah.
That part. Now that's where
Step back
people
and
need to understand and
take the time.
It
that
don't
you
take
need.
a year,
So
like Amanda
that
said.
year, but
That was just a.
but to be
well,
fair,
I threw that in
Harvey
there.
threw a year at
but
me. That's
timing.
Don't say that.
But if we're talking about timing, to be fair, you let me go a year without talking to you, right? So that's why I bring up the point that if I step away without telling my friend, hey, I'm going to step away for a minute because I need some time to think about something, my friend should be reaching out like, yo, I haven't heard from you. What's up? That's
How often
my
should they keep doing
opportunity.
that?
I don't, however often you fucking communicate with your friend, that's
True.
based
That
on your
level of
relationship.
communication, that is
Yeah.
true.
But so when we speak about time, Harvey said a year and Amanda's like a year. If Harvey's the one that went away for a year and you're like, you haven't called me in a year, did you check up on him within that year? Or was it
course.
just his responsibility? You know what I'm saying? And if she did, then that's when the ball's in your court.
Yeah.
That's when if you're going a year ignoring her reaching
that's
out,
what- the
then
word
it's
was
like,
ghosting.
okay,
The word
no.
was ghosting.
But then you get this situation again. I'm playing
Just
the devil's advocate.
disappearing.
No, I agree. That's
I've
why
been trying to be
disappearing.
intentional with my relationships.
Yeah.
I'm not a good communicator, but I try. Like, right?
Ditto.
But with that being said, right?
Especially when it comes to texting.
I've seen this multiple times pop up on social medias or whatever. So take it with a grain of salt as if this is. I'm not. This isn't a
Just go ahead. Just
poll
go
of
ahead.
everybody, but you hear that situation like, man, I'm the only one that reaches out to this friend. I'm gonna stop. Right?
And see what
like,
happens.
No, but
That's what a lot of them do.
But I've been fortunate enough. Like I've been through dark times, and I've kind of gotten into my corner, right? But the thing is, I've been fortunate enough to have family and friends that never gave up on me. Like never gave up on me. Even if it's been months, one of my people are gonna call me, like boom, boom, boom. Like,
Do
right?
you answer?
I always answer.
And do you respond?
Or I'll reply.
So you never ghosted them. So they knew to continue to do that. You still kept that communication open.
But I'm saying there's some people, right, that would say, nah, you never call me, you never check up on me. I'm the one doing it all the time. This isn't fair. And I get that. Like I think that's a fair response. But I'm just saying, is it? I feel for people that go through those things and lose friends because of that. Because it's not necessarily them being selfish or not caring about people. It's a really deeply personal thing for some people, right? And we never know what somebody's going through.
Right.
This rapper 500 Breezy or something like that. His wife or fiance killed herself recently.
Okay.
And nobody knew she was a social media socialite. Like nobody knew anything. Like she looked happy, and the letter she wrote to him was like, my whole life I've been dealing with these issues. He didn't know it. Nobody around her knew it, right? And it's something deeply personal. And she killed herself. And I think there's a lot of people that might, instead of being able to fake it like she did, go into themselves, and there's nobody there reaching out to them. It's somebody, you're within your rights not to, but for them, they're lonely, and you never know what's gonna, people kill themselves and you won't find their bodies for months.
I truly get what you're saying, but
not to be depressing, sorry.
If you don't cry wolf, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but if you don't let people in enough to know to do these things, we got our own lives going on.
Yeah,
We got our own chaos, our own depression, our own family, our own kids, our own 93-year-old parents, our own 60-something-year-old depressive, so you as a person, you got to take responsibility for yourself too. Because that's a trauma that you got to heal and you got to work on. And as a person and as a friend, you got to be better on your end too. Because you know that you're like this. So with that knowledge, you got to do better. Even if it's with those 5 people that you make sure you do good with, you got to do better. It goes on both ends. You can't just always expect me to call, because you're in a dark hole. Now,
that is also something that needs to be communicated.
If you
answer
expectations,
that said, "Oh, I always reach out. I'm not going to do this anymore." Did you communicate that?
Right?
Because
did you
if you
say to that
communicated
person,
it and it's still happening, then okay, you can stop. You can see.
Right. And why
but if you didn't communicate it, then that's what goes back to the video. Like some things need to be communicated because to your point, that's what happened with me.
Yeah.
It wasn't always communication, but it was I feel like I'm in this more, you know what I'm saying? utilize you as a resource more. You know, I know you're always there. You know, I'm there for you. You don't let me ever do anything for you. And I had to realize as a friend that my friend needs that. You know what I'm saying?
Allow that.
My friend needs that, so I need to allow that for my friend. So again, there's that communication. If people reach out to you and, you know, they end up being the only ones reaching out to you, if they communicate that that's an issue, it's for you to look in the mirror and say, listen, if I cherish this relationship, I got to do better. And I say that from experience. Like, I literally had to look in the mirror and was like, yo, I cherish this relationship. It's been brought to my attention that, you know, I'm doing things that are not, you know,
making them feel good or feel happy.
You know, that not holding up my end of the relationship.
Also, to go to what Harvey was saying, and why does that person always have to be understanding that this said person is always going through something, or that they're in a phase? You know, when does it come to the aha moment for the other person that always needs someone to understand their ghost phase? When do you understand that your ghost phase doesn't make people want to deal with you?
That all you do is alienate people, and it doesn't make other people feel good. You know what I mean? Like, I understand that you're not feeling good and you're in your dark hole, but I don't know. I feel like there's always room for work on both ends, but you cannot expect one person to do all of the work.
One person shouldn't always have to be understanding.
Now, if both parties is okay with some person doing 75 and the other person doing 25, that's fine. Y'all expectations are being met on both ends.
Right.
But if you feel like it's not, and again, it's the same thing, conversation being needed. If you feel like something's off, or you've grown to decide, you know what, I prefer phone calls over text messages, or I prefer to record on Wednesdays over Fridays. I'm not just gonna not show up every Friday because I don't like recording on Friday. As much as I'm gonna say, Amanda, I know you like to record twice a week, but, you know, can we figure out something different? Like, you gotta have conversations. Most conversations, I just feel, are not easy because life is not easy.
And I think the reason why some people avoid them because they're afraid of what or how the other person is going to react. Like,
and
what
then
is this
choose your
person
people
say?
better. Choose your people more wisely. You got to know who you got in your corner. You know what I'm saying? And put people in their box too. You can't expect everything, the same thing from everybody. I can't expect Amanda's ways to come from Nedra, and I can't expect Nedra's strong calves to be on Amanda's body. It's just certain things that you're not going to get from everybody in your life either. But again, I do agree with Harvey. If you know that you have a friend
now you agree with me. All right, don't be nice after you air me out.
If you know you have a friend that goes into dark holes, one, that friend needs to really seek that help that they need, okay? And two, you know, it is their responsibility to kind of give a heads up to a degree, because it's like, how can I could be lost in my own thing. I could be focusing on my dad and have no idea that.
And communication is so important. Like, if I know you're going through something and I reach out to you,
I'm gonna be all over you extra heavy,
and you don't respond, I'm gonna pull up.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, but a lot of friends won't even do that. You know what I mean? Like, and again, I'm being devil's advocate just to.
But I'm not gonna pull up if you have the track record of doing that, and there's never an explanation as to why you've done it, and you continue to come back into my life, and I continue to let you in. Then at some point, I'm just not going to let you back in.
Right, because then people
you've given no explanation. You've just disappeared, and all of a sudden it's around your birthday, or it's around my birthday, or it's around Christmas and New Year's. It's, oh, hey.
Yeah, they can't even call you on your birthday?
Nah, because my thing is I need real consistency in my life. So I've had enough irregularity.
When I'm ready to have the type of time where I end the night screaming the lyrics to Nuck If You Buck.
Listen,
I need to know that you're not about to go sit with your other friends and talk about me.
I need to know it's my.
Hold on. Yo, you said you don't want to chill with somebody that's talking about you with somebody else?
Facts. You need to know that your corner is tight. Your circle is tight.
I need to know that, you know, I could let myself loose.
So a friend that you had that's no longer being as actively communicative with you, would you assume that they might be talking about you behind your back?
If you don't communicate with me, I don't know what's going on.
Right.
Lack of communication.
It can go a lot of different ways. Depending on the person you are, if you're an overthinker, you probably might think that.
Yeah.
You could think a million different.
It's the same thing as when you're in a romantic relationship.
And it all depends on that relationship that you have with them. You kind of know that person's background.
Personality, exactly. Yeah.
Unless they know how they move. So unless they tell you something different, you're going to let your mind go with what you've done before. And now I'm assuming that that's what you're doing because you're not telling me nothing.
I've seen that from you. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely agree.
I've seen you rant and rave and go all crazy for no damn reason and then cry after and then needed to be held for hours.
Okay, that was
Yeah, did we hit a trigger?
No, you know who I was
personal.
That was personal.
You know who I was talking about.
That was personal. Okay.
All right, well.
Let's take it personal.
Nobody got time for that over and over again.
Personal, baby.
I'm done with your children.
Personal, baby.
I think we should talk about
She can't even see it because she's over here. I know. Okay. I know. It's triggering. It's
What, you didn't like my song?
no, it was something else. You're not even paying attention.
I kind of was, but
totally different.
I don't want you to even know what's going on because
Yeah,
I need you to
'cause you're
concentrate and be happy.
Probably yell.
I don't want to yell. Don't make me yell. No, I won't yell. I'll be nice. I'll be nice.
I heard that too. I heard that.
I did. I heard that. I'm sorry.
Her
Thank you.
singing.
She, you know.
So Javi just gave us the 10-minute warning, and the last topic was about what?
Why you interrupting us?
Me? I'm sorry.
Wait, before I get to the last topic, did anyone have anything to say about the last two topics?
Yeah,
We
did you even
completely
check the
forgot about
live to see if
people on the
anybody
live.
said anything?
Did anyone have anything to
He
say
doing his
regarding
doing
we
his
talked
job.
about the
I can
rappers,
tell how he's
about
looking at me. He doing his job.
Payless,
Everything's plugged
Payless,
in.
and apologies, having those hard conversations. Because you know what? Back in my younger days, I did used to avoid hard conversations because I would hate to hear someone be like, well, I hated the response, you'll be all right. Like, what?
Wrong people in your life.
Yeah, so a lot of conversations, or like when people do like the nervous laugh and you kind of feel like they're taking you for a joke, but instead of them communicating like, hey, I'm just nervous, I'm not laughing
And timing
at you.
too, like she said, timing matters. And wording, don't say, hey, can we talk? Like that just triggers everybody to feel.
Mess up with everybody.
I just feel like when someone says that, it's like, or you get the email like, hey, can I talk to you in 5 minutes? About what? I need
like,
that
tell me
preface.
now.
I need to know. It's just about me ordering Costco? Oh, okay.
That's
so
how
I
I
can
feel
breathe.
about people calling me though.
Like, give me the precursor. Yeah, Amanda gets you okay?
That's the first thing I say. You all right?
You okay?
You okay?
Like, Amanda, why can't I just call to hear your voice?
Because phone calls make me nervous. Don't call me. Give me a warning. Send me a text like, yo, I'm about to call you. Nothing's wrong.
No, legit, somebody put like a meeting on my schedule and I sent the email right away. Like, so I see this meeting on my schedule. It wasn't even 2 minutes that way, but I was like, what is this for? Because we ain't just going to go live and you going to catch me off guard. Let me figure out what I need to be saying.
That's a pet peeve of mine.
What?
Just send me a meeting invite without a agenda.
Come on, tell me what is
I
this
need more than a
about?
subject line. Send me an agenda. What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? I think that's fair.
For real, because I need to know if I can push this. We need to talk about it right now.
Especially
schedule that
at
for
work.
next Wednesday.
Especially.
so you need to
doesn't even need to be a
schedule.
No, but you know what?
She said, I need to know the topics to see
And
if
then
my
we go
mental
back
health
to the
can deal with
question
this.
of, does it even need to be a meeting? Could this just be an email conversation? Because one person, so she gets on the video with me. We want to talk about the snap display. So wait. Because someone came to us and said that they think that we shouldn't have to open a cabinet to reach in and grab these snacks.
So they just want them out for display so that they could just grab it and go?
So that we could spend even more money on dumbass snacks. So opening the cabinet is hard?
It's not, but I just wanted to make sure I understood what the complaint was.
They want us to build something totally new or take cabinet door. I don't know what the fuck they want, but they don't want to have to go like this to reach in a bin and grab.
And these are
You
adults?
work at Google?
These are open bins.
She said,
Like,
do you work at
open-
Google?
It's a tech company, biotech company, right? Because it sounds so stupid.
Yo, that definitely sounds-
clear bins so you could see what's in the bins. So all you do is open, you see, and you pull. It's not even like you got to rip open the box to get to what you need, because that's what it looked like when I first got there. And I said, this is not organized enough, so I put it in clear bins so y'all can see. Easy pull. Now doing this is hurting somebody either.
Next, they're going to want you to open it and put it in their mouth, too.
Yes, and chew it up.
Hey.
Mush it up.
Yo, I don't understand. People are just
That is
ridiculous.
definitely a
That is
tech
past the
company.
latitude of laziness.
First
That
of all,
is
you
above
get
my pay
snacks.
grade.
Free
Free
snacks.
snacks. Why are we complaining?
Free snacks,
Why are
free
we
meals,
complaining? Free
snacks at
and free parking.
At what?
And free beer soon enough. They're going to have beer there. And they got a game room. Like, y'all are complaining about opening a cabinet door. And this was a person who only comes
free
in
snacks.
maybe twice a month. That's what pissed me off because it was a twice a monther. It wasn't even someone who comes in regularly.
You know what?
Whose arm might actually hurt from doing this.
First of all, why are you getting that many snacks?
Listen, we're not even gonna.
And second of all,
remember when life was life? This is my life is life.
Why you gotta get up so much?
I want to know.
Get 3 and don't come
why
back
when
today.
people don't
Because you know
understand
you like it.
what comes with their job, just do your job.
They really complain about that.
Part of the benefits. Is that listed in the benefits? Snacks?
No, I guess it's a perk. No, snacks is not listed. Beer is not listed. But they do every month. They do drinking night, drinks. They call it drinks, and they pick a different location. The job pays for
like
you.
DRANKS. Are these white folk?
It's a mix, but you know it was. Yeah, who wrote that?
Who taught them that word, yo?
Listen. And they get together and they go different places and the company pays
that
for
you
it.
just said that about drinks because I just saw somebody post something about accidentally code switching at work and they said something about going around the block and now the white people spin the block and now the white people at work are using it in the wrong context.
Oh no!
Yes.
You didn't see it?
Oh my God! I'm gonna have to send it to you guys. And that happened to me one time at work. One time I was at work and I was on the group email and I was falling asleep at work. I was so tired. This was way before I had the daycare. Actually, I was pregnant with the twins. And this is why I was so tired. And I was on the group email and I'm sitting on my desk and I thought I was responding to the group email and I was responding to a group email at work.
Not a private group
Not
email.
The private friend one.
Oh, okay.
But it was to the team. And I responded dead. Capital letters, exclamation point. Because you know when you're in a group email
I'm
and
done.
you
And that is a response to something. What did they say?
Girl. I got all kind of a conversation about not doing personal emails at work through work email. Oh, girl, let me tell you.
Because they knew just from you writing dead
that I was not talking about what we were discussing. Okay, I was doing 401k plans. Okay. There was no reason for me to respond.
In capital
to
letters.
the work group email, dead, exclamation point. That had nothing to do
you
with
can't
401k
assume, though,
plans.
that I was on...
You was definitely on the group chat.
Definitely on the group chat.
No.
For 401k
No, I'm talking about you was on your personal group chat.
Yes, at
and
work.
then you switched.
Yeah, that's what she said.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
I was falling asleep. I wasn't paying attention. And I responded to the team group email at work and not the email from my friends.
You just said dead. I sent back a response to the boss that said something to the whole department. I thought I was responding to my friend and I actually just hit reply instead of switching out, and it went back to the boss and I was like, yo, this is so freaking stupid. Like, why do they come up with dumb shit like this? Like, it really doesn't make any sense. That's ass backwards. Do they even think about the things that they even say and do?
Did you still have a job?
This was my first job at the hospital. Right?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yo, I still was there for 15 years though, so clearly I didn't. So she pulled me in the office, legit pulled me in the office like, can I speak to you? And I was sweating because once I realized that I sent it to her, I was like, is she gonna say anything? Does she notice there's no way to recall it? It's already too late. I know she's already seen it. I know she's already read it. Yada, yada, fucking yada. Then she called me into the office and I was like, hey. And she was like, so, I got your email and you know it's not okay for you to be talking with your coworkers badly about people and da-da-da and how I do things and yada, 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 yada. And I was like, well, technically my conversations are my conversations. It was just unfortunate that it went to you. But she really went in like, no, it is not okay for you to be talking with your coworkers about me. That's essentially what she was trying to say. Don't talk about me with your coworkers, but that's what coworkers do. I don't understand why managers don't understand that they're not going to be friends with the coworkers. We're going to talk shit. You're going to implement something and somebody's not going to like it.
In a leadership position, you really got to get your interpersonal skills together because, they're not going to like you. Nobody's gonna like
no one's going to, and you got to get over that. They're going to emails. Now, my fuck up was, yes, I sent it back to you. Yes. But do you think I'm the only one that feels that way? Whoever was supposed to get it felt that same fucking way. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been comfortable sending that to them in the first place for it to be getting.
I just happened to be the one to let you know how we all felt.
Yo, dead.
That's all.
I think mine was worse. I need to learn to use less words.
What I hate really quickly? I hate when I'm in a meeting and I can't think of a response that is work appropriate. I can only think of like friend appropriate. Like that's fire. Like there's something better you can
and you
say.
can't say that's dope.
Right. Exactly.
That's
yo,
wicked
that's
awesome.
lit.
Right. Exactly.
That's amazing. That's it. There you go. I think that sums it up. I think that's
amazing.
it.
I know I overuse
You
it.
listen.
Awesome sauce.
You need to Google the correct work words.
Yeah, you're gonna have to use some
correct.
Google
middle
some
of a
fillers.
meeting, I'm like,
yes,
how
fillers.
can I
Have your printout right in front of your screen.
Slang.
Work fillers. Go, girl, all of a sudden, you know, check
Have
the
it printed
time.
out.
It's right there. It's on your wrist.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting down, you
have
sit
them
like
words
this.
laminated right there,
You
Rick,
sit
under
like
your
this
mouse.
at the meeting.
Have it under your mouse.
And you check like this, like you
so as you move your mouse, awesome, amazing, wonderful, delightful.
Especially if you're in a meeting at a table, you can put your hands underneath the table so they don't see the writing on your
None
hand
of it.
when you're checking the time.
Put it under your mouse.
Girl.
That's even better.
Now that we're giving you all pointers, right? The cheat codes. The
Find
cheat
the
codes.
words that you love. You
For
gotta
work
find the
fillers.
words. And
Cheat
just put
codes
them on
for
the
work
list and have them
fillers.
right there. That's it.
All right, you guys, we are down on our time. I want to thank everyone that tuned in on the live. Thank you for Nedra for coming. Woo! And I also want to thank Big Cat because you are here on a volunteer basis and you don't have to be. And I definitely appreciate that.
Wait, thank you.
Javi, same to you. And Team
Javi gets paid, so we don't need to thank him.
We do pay Javi.
So
we need to pay him
nothing
more.
that he does
We
is
can
for
pay him
free.
more. Hey, you guys, you know what? Cash app us so we can pay Javi more money because we love Javi.
Matter of fact, let me send him my money now before you talk trash again. Y'all
What's
don't
your
even
Cash
know
App, Javi?
how he abused
$sign
me earlier.
Winder.
Yo,
$sign
hit me up. I
Fam
don't even know. I
184.
don't even know.
Exactly.
Pull it up. It take like
pull up your Cash App.
right
I'm
there.
using my
we can
phone for the
promote
live.
you.
Oh, true. He has a
right.
real
Well, send
good
it to me.
reason.
Yeah, we
Mrs.
want to
D.
support
Brooks,
you more.
and I'll
We
send it
love
to
the
Javi,
work
I
that you do
promise.
with our videos and our YouTube page and our Instagram page, our Facebook page, my Panda Care page. You're just my
We don't really
IT
like you,
person. We love you. I love you. If they don't, I do. But yeah, thanks to everyone for
Thank you.
watching. Thanks
Is
for
it Rebel?
Thanks for everyone that's going to be on the show in the future. Thanks for everyone that's been on the show in the past. Send us topics. I keep getting topics in my DM. I love it. Keep it coming. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
And if it's urgent, mark that. Mark that you want it on the next show.
Yeah, if I forgot something, tell me.
Yeah. Like, don't let us just bypass it. Like, let us know. Because we want to keep up with what you guys want to talk about. So if it is a topic that you sent us and we kind of like breeze by it because, you know, we get ranting and raving.
We do go on our rants. We definitely go off topic.
Just
But
remind
yeah,
us.
let us know what you want to talk about. Tell us, ask us things, tell us things we haven't discussed. Yeah, ask us questions. I'm an
Payless.
open book. Payless. I like being open and honest and transparent. If you want us to do a transparency episode, let us know because we're going to be taking a break soon and you might miss us. So that'll give you time to catch up on our old shows too while we take our break.
This is true.
Life is life and for all of us right now, but we're definitely going to come back with some bangers for season 3.
That's what I was just about to say. So when we come back in season 3.
And
They ready.
thanks. So yeah, before we dip out for season 3, maybe we should end the season with a transparency episode.
When we in NOLA.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. All right. So yes, that's what we'll do. We'll do a transparency episode right before we close out for a quick little break, and that'll give everyone time to talk with their friends and just share us. Share us.
Everywhere.
Share us.
Share comments. Share comments. Subscribe.
All right, my friends. Peace, love, and light. And as always, tell a friend to tell a friend that we like to talk. We are here. I am Panda. This is my co-host, Big Cap, our lovely Nedra. Peace, love, and light. Good night.